Alright, good morning everyone, and welcome to my I have nothing better to do at 3 a.m. super secret woods route loot run that I'm making for a couple good friends of mine. So let's get started, shall we? As always, the first thing that you want to make sure you do is make sure you have the proper equipment. Make sure you have your woods map on you to make sure you were starting in the proper locations. Let's switch out our M4 here because our M4 has no ammo. Let's have some fun with the SV98 with our 4x scope on it. This route is a route that my brother and I like to run. It's pretty successful, especially you have almost a 95, I want to say 98 to 99% success rate if you're running this route at night. But it's also a very lucrative route if you run it during the day and you have, you know, a 2 or especially a 3 or 4 or 5 man squad. So let's get started, shall we? And as I'm watching this, I'm making this video for my good friend Sassy and another good friend of mine, Nuisance. And I'm kind of watching Sassy's video as I'm running along. And it's always kind of neat to hear her her expressions when she runs into players and gets into engagements. That's always kind of cool. But anyway, let's move along. PMC, woods. Again, I prefer to run at night because, as you can see, usually at night we'll be starting on the old station side, but we're going to be, you know, usually at night you always run into far less people. This is why I love running maps at night, especially on woods. Even when they get night vision, they you know, people just don't like running at night, period. But anyway, from the old station side, this is why you make sure you have your woods map on you. You want to start at the right side, the right starting location. All we're going to do is, from wherever you spawn in, this is where you're going to have a little bit of basic map knowledge so you know how to run to the first bunker, which is generally right here. And then from this bunker we just pop up from the bunker and then we just run left. We come left through this area, we come over here, pop in. There's our second loot destination is usually right in here somewhere, which is just a destroyed bunker with our first gun case. Then we continue on this way and you see there's a little bus station, train station, I think, yeah, train waiting station. So once you come from here, we're going to pop up here. There's a bag in here we're going to loot, and then we're going to continue running over to this side. We're going to run straight down the wall. Actually, I think it may be up here a little bit more, but wherever it is, you're just going to keep running this direction all the way down. You're going to come down around the beach area. We're going to keep running this direction down and around all the way over here. And then usually once you get to this point, I think you can get down back onto the beach again. I don't know if it's down this way or yeah, I think it's down this way. But either way, you come down towards the beach and then you come over here and then you can attack the lumber mill from that direction. Once you are done in here, whether if you've looted this building, you've come way over here and looted these 3 buildings, just make sure you know the area and you know your landmarks, because you're going to then do 180, circle all the way back, run straight back down to the water. Then you're going to follow the water again, continuing our route up and around this rock, back down, and then you're going to come to this little pier right here. Once you find the pier, then you're going to run straight to the house, and then once you attack this house area and you see the large fence around the house, and I'll show you a couple spots that are up there and spots along the way that you can not only attack the lumber mill from, but it provides great vision for the house. But what makes this run so successful, if you've gotten here, whether you're injured from the lumber mill or from you get injured here, your extraction, look how close you are to the extraction. You're right there. So let's get started and show you the route, baby. Once again, we're going to start in offline mode because it is easier. Oops, helps if I click the ready button. It is 3:30 in the morning. I'm only on my second cup of coffee. I did get very, very lucky and pick up that 4x scope, which is kind of a rare spawn, but I actually picked that up on this loot run. So, but let's switch to the other one real quick. Wherever you are, again, make sure you get yourself oriented. This is where your basic map knowledge is going to come in. But once you spawn in on the old station side, no matter where it is, just run straight to the first bunker. Again, always make sure other players, I mean, if you don't know where the first bunker is, find that red building, and I will actually kind of show you, once again from that point on. But we're always making sure that we are looking for players, looking for scavs, because players, this is a player spawn in area. They will spawn in anywhere in these areas. They will, scavs will patrol this area. I'm just kind of running through real quick to give you your landmarks to find the first bunker if you don't know where it is. But once again, as in my other woods loot run video, just kind of come around to the back, be careful. Scavs will either be in here, patrol this area, wander into this building, and players do spawn in there. And as again you come out this hole, once you come in from the back side from the train, just come out this hole, make a small right turn. Again, oh, does he have the loot armor? That white armor I need? Oh no, he doesn't. But again, as you just seen, always be careful. You never know what you're going to run into coming out there. But again, come over the hill once you come out the hole in the wall from that building. Now we've made noise. We want to be quickly scanning around. Pop up here, kind of look around before you just take off like I'm doing now. Find the two boulders that I like to call the twins. Come around to this side, to this corner, and then you're just going to run straight through those two trees. Straight to the bunker, which is always just on the other side of these bushes. And as you can see, if I had just run from the wall, I mean, we actually started just over there, so I could have just run right here straight to it. I didn't have to go to the red brick building if you have a little bit of map knowledge. So if you have that, just run straight to the first bunker. This is your first stop. Again, you come down here. There are 4 loot cases. If you're in a 2-man squad, what my brother does is this is where people make their mistake. One person, if they're in a 2-man squad or whatever, one person may be looting in here, the other person just simply runs back here. Don't do that. However you're going to distribute your loot, depending on how many players are in your group. If you're like, say, in a 4-man squad, 1 or 2 people should always be looting, the other 2 people should always be providing cover. If you're in a 2-man squad, what my brother and I like to do is I will generally loot these first 2, and he's right here in the door, and he is providing cover. Anybody that comes through that door is dead. Once I am done looting, then I come to this door while he is looting, and I provide cover for him. So anyway, once you get all of your loot, you're done looting in the bunker, you come back up. Now my old loot run, which is still kind of safe for me because I do have the ZB014 key, so I can unlock that gate on the other side. But normally I would just pop up here and run to the wall, but we're not going to do that this time. You just pop up, turn around, you find this corner of the bunker, and then all you have to do is find from that corner that hill right there. And as you can see, there's plenty of depressions, there's plenty of trees, anything to provide cover. So you pop up here. You can either pop up on the other side if you wish, but you come here or to the other side, whichever you want. Just don't run like a chicken with your head cut off straight to the other side. Once you get here, you can use those rocks, whatever, but just cautiously come up. You've got a nice little view here. You can cautiously move forward, and then you actually see that bunker way off in the distance. That's actually our next loot run. And if I remember right, there's actually somewhere on this hill another gun case, but we're not going to worry about that right from now. Actually, I think it may be right here. Yeah. So from the bunker, once you pop up over that hill, you can come here, loot your second crate. So now we've already looted 5 crates on this run. 5 people. Then come back up here, and then once again cautiously move forward. You can see you've got nice cover, you've got trees. You can move as tactfully and make as little noise as possible. You got a rock there, you got a rock there, but you see it's pretty open, so make sure you have cover. Whichever way you want to run, that is the direction we are heading in. What we like to do is we run this way and we come straight down. Again, there's your other landmark. There's a tank right there. So we like to kind of run down here in the knolls and the depressions. Again, being cautious. Anytime we come to a hill that we can climb up the backside, we're always just slowly popping over, looking for cover. Then what we like to do is generally run straight to this rock. Again, especially if you're everybody, when they're in like a 2 or 3 or 4 man squad, all they do is they'll run. Usually in a straight line, they'll just run from point A to point B, wherever they're trying to get. But once you get here, I mean, you can set, let's say you're in a 4-man squad or 5-man squad, you can set someone here, covering the backside. You can set someone here. You can set someone here. Right? And then here's how you do it. It's always the last person in line. So if you're in a 4-man squad, you've got a person set up there. You've got your second person set up here. You've got, let's say, your third or fourth person set up here. So if it's your third or first person, then this person overlaps the other 2 and then kind of gets to here, and then the next person in line runs while this person is providing cover, and vice versa. But anyway, whether you're solo like I am or you're in a 2 or 3-man squad, hopefully providing good tactics for each other, you basically, look, you've got cover here, you've got rocks there, but you do want to be careful because this is kind of open. So don't run straight to the bunker, run over here. And again, if you're in a 2 or 3 or 4-man squad, you should always have someone providing overwatch. I like to come into these rocks if it's my brother's turn to loot the gun case over there. My brother, because here, I mean, I've got good view, I've got rocks for cover, I can see 360 degrees around. My brother actually likes to come here, over to this area, and he'll stand kind of just up here, and he's providing overwatch in the little knoll and depression. But as you can see, however you want to set yourselves up tactically, people should always be providing overwatch and cover for the other person that is looting. But anyway, once you get to this point, here is your gun case. We'll take a quick look. So you loot this. Then you can actually, done there, when you're done, there's actually a bag in here. You can come in, you can loot the bag. After you're done looting the bag, you can continue out to this side. But if you happen to get into a firefight, look, don't just take off to your next spot. You can fight from this location. You've got nice little cement blocks to protect you on either side. But whichever way you decide to go, we're still going left. So we're going to go to this area. So you can just come around this side if you've got teammates, or if you're solo or whatever in a squad, you can actually just come back to this side. But whatever side you do, and this is how me and my brother like to do it, we come back down here because we like these little knolls, these little depressions, because this is kind of a dangerous area. You can get popped from either side. But once again, coming in cautiously, however you want to do it. but all we're doing is running left straight to the wall. This is another reason why I like to run this way, especially if I'm solo. We got plenty of rock outcroppings we can get into, checking around, looking, whatever. Okay. We're continuing running left. And we actually come a little bit this way because where we want to pop out, and I think I'm a little bit off the mark. No, we're right there. We want to actually pop out right next to that train waiting station. And once again, this is kind of an, you're not far off from the old station player spawn, which is down there. They may be running down the road. You have scavs that patrol this area. So once again, have people provide overwatch. So you can have one person here. My brother likes to run across the road, or if it's my turn, we'll run across the road. We can come over here. Anywhere in this area, we can use any one of these cement things. We can go over there to that hill. But regardless, don't just have one person do nothing. Have them run across the road, find an area in here where they got good vision, and provide overwatch. While the other person, and I'll show you from that area, we're going to pop up here, and we have a bag in here. Come to this side. Don't be that idiot that stands on this side right here, because as you can see, you can easily get popped. Come to this side, loot the bag, and then once you're done looting, rejoin your squad mates, or if you're solo, then just run back across the road. Now at this point it gets easy. We're just going to be following this wall right to our next loot location. As you can see, it's not far off. So from this point, we've already looted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loot boxes. We've a gun case, 2 bags, and now we're going to come down here. We have another loot case right here. You have a bag right here, and then you have 2, and this is the good part of this run, you have 2 gun cases right here that we can loot. Once again, when 1 or 2 of you is looting, see, we have a gun that just spawned in. Oh no! No! And oh my god, you're killing me! This RSAS just popped up in here, but man, you can see how lucrative this run is, and I can't extract with this weapon. Actually, I found this weapon on a previous loot run with my brother and gave him this weapon. He has it in his inventory, but it's killing me. I cannot extract with this weapon, but as you see, since this is a loot run, it doesn't have any ammo in it anyway, so we'll leave it here. But you can see, I mean, how lucrative this is. Alright, and then you can obviously just search the other one if you have a full case, if you want to distribute the wealth, so one of your teammates, however you want to do it. But once again, always make sure your teammates provide overwatch. When I'm with my brother, he actually likes to come up over on this kind of hill, because you got this rock here, you have this rocky outcropping. See, you've got good views of anybody coming this way, you got good views of anybody coming down there. But once again, however you want to set up tactically. Then once you're done looting, these crates in this area, you just continue left. When I'm solo, or even with my brother or with my teammates, I like to come to these rocky outcroppings, because as you can see, I can actually sit here for a couple minutes, make sure the area is clear. Anybody coming from the other side of the beach, from that area, from the lumber mill, is dead. You can then easily just come over here and check this area, or if you've got a teammate or 2 teammates, you can put one here, you can put another one back here. I mean, you can easily set up an ambush to murder anybody, any scavs that are in this area. Once you're here and you know the area is safe, this is where you got to be a little bit cautious. Again, you can put another person here while you're leapfrogging each other, however you want to do it. But we're running down to the beach, We have to do this a little bit quicker because I think we're running out of daylight here. But again, be very, very cautious because there are people here. As you can see. Oops. Need my other weapon. We just dropped a scav. Now we're going to be double careful. But as you can see, look, there's the other one. Being very, very cautious. See, as you can see, we've already killed 2 scavs. We're not going to loot them. But scavs do patrol this area. This is why you want to be careful. We just killed 2 of them. They like to come down over that hill. Loot at your discretion. But anyway, we're continuing on. Now that we've made a bunch of noise, especially with my sniper rifle, you know, we're going to continue following the water to this rock. Once you get to this area, be very careful, especially since we just made a couple kills. But we're going to try to come up here, and then we're coming right back down over here to this area. I like to come down these rocks because it is a wee bit safer. We got good cover here. Coming through here, looking at anybody who may be coming down this from the lumber mill area. And then once again, we're just going to continue along the beach. And you have good protection. You can do your leapfrog, put one person here, then your next teammate stops, you know, here somewhere, put the next one here, if you have 4, whatever, and then you can start your leapfrog process over. And remember, it's always the person in the back. But anyway, as you can see, there's your lumber mill. So you can attack this lumber mill from any area you choose. What I like to do, and with my brother, we like to come this way, continuing running down the beach, providing cover, being cautious. We follow the rock around again because it gives us better protection. You can attack the lumber mill from that direction. And then what I like to do is you can actually come to the back side of this rock and you can get up in here. You know me, I like my overwatch positions. And look, you can actually continue coming up if you are not 3 a.m. and only on your second cup of coffee, but you can come right in here. And then look, if you've got a good sniper rifle, I mean, look at the coverage you've got at this area. You can come over here, you've got pretty good coverage there. If it wasn't so foggy, you can actually see way down in there. I mean, you've got, you know, you can actually see the buildings there. I mean, anybody running, any players, any person is a dead man or woman if the case should be. But you can see the area if you want to. You can actually continue over in here. You can go prone, you know, sneak up in here. I mean, you've got just such good visible positions. And again, however you want to attack this area, my brother and I like to come down, you know, on the other side, but just come back down. Anyway, the big point that I'm trying to make, and I'm not going to do it real quick because I don't want to get shot by scavs, but once you are done looting, killing, murdering people, and here is another you know, a way you can do it. There's another rock that's a little bit closer if you want to get closer, you know, right over there. So you can actually kind of make your way through the woods and attack, you know, the lumber mill from behind this area. But the point that I'm trying to make is, you know, I mean, see, you're right there, you've got good cover, you can attack that from this area, you can fight in there to your heart's content. But once you're done fighting, looting in the lumber mill, come back to this spot, know your map, know how to get back to this location, and then we're going to run straight back to the water. if we have the energy, or endurance, I should say. You can go in any direction that you want, but I like to come right back to the same point that I always left off at. So once again, come back to the water, come to this rock. We're coming back down to the edge of the water. And then we're going to continue our route once again, watching for scavs, watching for players. Be careful. I mean, we've got really good cover, we got good bushes, we've got good hills on the other side, but this area does get a little swampy, so you can make a little bit noise here. You can see I'm running through water, and I did that on purpose. But here is our pier. Once you get to this pier, then we're just going to make a right. If you wanted to, if you're injured, if you're overloaded, you don't need to fight at the house area. You can just keep running straight left to the extraction. But just to show you, my friend Sassy is working. I don't know if she's finished it yet. Get her 14 scavs. You need to get your white 3M armor. You just want to have a little bit of fun. I just come straight up from the pier to this area. And we're off to the house, if I can find my locations, because it's getting dark. Again, we got nice knolls and stuff here. Here's my spot right here. So what I like to do is I like to come over here, and once again, here is a very nice overwatch position overlooking the house. So you can get in here. It is a little bit darker now, but there's your house. There's the fence line right there. There's the house. So if you've got a good scope, what I like to do is I think I come right over here into this area. And as you can see, the house is right there. So anything in the house, we're just going to absolutely murder, kill, destroy. And you can actually, if you want to, depending on however you attack it, you can actually get into the same area. I'll show you real quick as it's getting dark. I also like this hill a little bit better because it's a little further away from the fence line, so you're a little bit safer, but you can actually get up into this hill, this rocky outcropping. Once again, there's your house. I mean, look at the view. You can come up over here and get up in here, and look, you're a little better protected. You're a little further away from the wall back there, but you know, look at the nice view of the house and the surrounding area. So you can put one person there, you can put your other teammate up here. So if you shoot a scav, the scavs do like to come and run to the base. So this person, if you know, can cover the base and the edges of that rocky outcropping, and vice versa if scavs should run here because you're the one that fired. But again, as you can see, you can get up here, you can go prone. Look, you got a scav that's right there. Oh, where'd he go? I just seen his flashlight. Alright, it's getting a little dark, but you get the area, get the idea. Once you're done killing, looting, whatever in the house, this is what makes this end of this loot run so profitable. My brother actually doesn't like these outcroppings at all. He prefers to come to the back side and fight from a little hill. I can't remember where his hill is. I think it's somewhere in this area, but as you can see, once you finish up here at the house, or even don't want to, your extraction zone is right over here. See? Boom. And you can extract out. So you see why I like this loot run so much. We've looted plenty of loot boxes. We've had 2 gun cases. We found 2 guns, including an SAS. We come up, you can attack the backside of the lumber mill, you can attack the backside of the house, and then you're only merely a couple feet away from your extraction zone. extract with all that loot, sell it, use it, distribute it, and enjoy. Hope this helps. Once again, people, that's what I'm here for. The Thomas B, your friend, your research guide, your escape from Tarkov video master. Until next time, salute.